Today we have Diana Levy, a holistic wellness coach, entrepreneur, and healing coach for women that are ready to heal.
Working on your mind is like you have negative and positive. We all have that. It's whatever you feed, that's what you're gonna get most of it.
She helps them fix their emotional wounds and make them feel free.
I deserve this. I'm good, God loves me. The universe is amazing and there's enough money for everyone. There's enough help. You start to believe it.
And in today's episode, she will share her story and how she did it. Hey guys, welcome back to Value Talks, where we interview business owners and entrepreneurs. Welcome, Diana. Thank you so much for coming.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
Thank you.
So if you could please give us a little introduction about yourself, where you're from, and what do you do?
Okay, so my name is Diana Levy. I'm originally from Venezuela, but I've been living here in Florida for the past, I don't even know, I'm going to be 35. I'm bad in math. You do the math. And now I work as a holistic wellness coach for women, helping them balance out their feminine, masculine energies and really connecting with themselves, finding that inner love, that inner peace, and also guiding them through the spiritual awakening.
Got it. So consciousness. And so when did you start doing this?
So I started back in 2017. I lived in California for like 6 years. And I remember I saw this thing about hypnosis. They had a hypnosis event and they would teach you, how to do that. And when I went, I was like, I don't know, I don't understand this, but I feel like I need to know more.
Okay.
And I went to the event and they were like, talking about like the mind programming and the importance of being in a frequency to receive and all this. And to me, it was like Chinese, but it made me feel like it made sense. And then I started, my self journey of like healing whatever I was bringing from my ancestors, my baggage, lineage, ancestral baggage, all of that. And I started doing it for me. And when I realized that it was working, I was like, I want to share this with people. As an Aquarius, I'm a humanitarian. So everything and anything that works for me, I want to share it with other humans and they can, benefit from it if it's something that aligns with whatever they're,
Of course. And so it's funny because like I was telling you, I did a book, right? The Glitch in the Gum of Life. And so I talk about these patterns, about the ancestors, and the way that I talked about it is not so spiritual. It's more about the mind. I think people don't tap into their mind. They don't understand themselves. And so how I did it, it was going to a retreat in Colombia, in Medellin. Okay. And so it was called Reborn. This lady, she was in ayahuasca, and she rubbed me on a blanket. I was supposed to be on my mom's womb. And she showed me all the patterns that I had on my mind. And she raised me, my family raised me with certain belief systems and stuff. And so since then, I was able to break free. I guess you did something similar.
Yeah, I did ayahuasca too a couple
times. Nice.
And I must say that it's not for everyone. I don't think it's for everyone. I think it's something that, you should be called to do it because it's something very powerful. But once you understand that we're like computers and that we have all of this programming that we've been listening to since the womb, because even when you're in your mom's womb, whatever she feels, you're feeling whatever she's feeding herself. And then that stays with us. And we have to understand that we have to reprogram because we have this little dark, you're not enough, you're not worthy, this, and that's going to be there constantly. So if you don't change that programming, you're going to be in that frequency forever. And a lot of people, I remember the first time that I saw The Secret, even before I did my course and all of that. And I was like, okay, it sounds like it works, but what is it that makes it work? It's not about, I think this and I'm going to have it. You have to be in that frequency to receive it, and you have to know that you're worthy of it. And if we don't do that work, that inner work, that self-love, which starts everything, you're never really going to be in a different frequency and you're not going to feel worthy of the amazing things that...
Just to give an example, so you guys can feel the energy once you walk into a room and, you can feel like everybody tense and stuff like that. It's the same, like it's frequencies. So if you're in a high frequency, everybody stay true to themselves. They're authentic. You can feel that frequency and you can feel that love of self-love of everybody. And so that's what she's talking about.
Yes. the way I explain it to my clients is, imagine you're like a little radio, and then the higher the number or the higher the frequency, the better connection you're gonna have, right? So if everything, energy is numbers, the higher the number, the higher the frequency, the better you connect with the universe, God, which is love frequency. That's the most healing, the most powerful frequency. So when you understand that and you do things to help you be in a higher frequency, you are tapping into money, everything, like abundance, prosperity, health. And it's just about changing this
Yeah.
and this, because it also, we're taught like everything is the mind, but we're emotional beings.
Yes.
And everything in us is triggered by emotions. So we have to learn how to balance that.
And how to understand yourself. So something that you just mentioned is like, okay, you need to keep yourself in that frequency, right? How do you keep yourself in that frequency? You can only focus on the things that you can control, like your thoughts, like the people you surround yourself with, the things that you talk about. That way, you keep yourself in that frequency, right? Because that's what we were saying about our family.
Yeah.
They were putting these seeds into us that like, yeah, you're not worthy of it. Yeah, we can't afford it. Yeah, we can't do this. And so it's so many no's that you're monetarily like, no, I can't.
I can't do it.
And so you won't be able to.
Yeah.
You won't see the solution. You won't see the opportunity. You won't.
Yeah, and it's not a thing that, oh, I'm gonna do this and then that's gonna be it. It's constant work.
Yes.
Working on your mind is like, you have negative and positive. We all have that. It's whatever you feed, that's what you're gonna get most of it. So if you go with that little voice that tells you, oh, you can't, and you're moving from fear, you're not really going to tap into that frequency of everything, abundance. But if you're believing, I deserve this, I'm good, God loves me, the universe is amazing, and there's enough money for everyone, there's enough help, you start to believe it. At the beginning, it's hard, right? When you're doing that programming you're like,
I call it brainwashing.
The brainwashing, you have to do it. Because if we do it for the wrong things, we have to understand the importance of doing it for something that's going to benefit you for the rest of your life in every aspect of your life. So
I agree, and I also agree our mind, it's like a garden, and we water every day. You just need to decide, do you water it with positive energy or negative energy?
Exactly.
And so that's where you're gonna start attracting.
Yeah.
And so if you could tell us a little story, I don't know, about maybe one of your clients or maybe about yourself. Give us a story about how impactful this is for your life, for your client's life. Maybe a transformation, something that you want to share with the audience.
So my transformation, I had a lot of anger in me. I was a very angry person. And, my mom, I learned it from my mom, from the women in my family. But then when I started this journey, I had so much resentment towards them. But when I started the journey, I started understanding that that's the programming that they had, that it wasn't that because they didn't know any better.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Their fault. But I was the chosen one to break that cycle in my family. Yes. And then my relationship with my mom was horrible.
How is it now?
Oh my God. So now we're best friends. We speak every day. And now she's the person that is able to calm me down.
No way.
Yeah. And it was just, listen, twice in my life, we almost fought.
No way.
And I say this because people think that they see a spiritual person or they see a positive person. Oh, their life is perfect. My life was perfect. My childhood was, I had ups and downs. And I had to really look out for myself since I was 18. So, I started living by myself and I was like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. Why am I so angry? Why am I so volatile that anything triggers me? And that's when I was like, let me do this for myself. And then I realized that all these people knew what they were talking about. Yeah. It sounded so simple. And people were like, oh, but, everyone's talking about, positive affirmations, fake positivity. It is you have to do it. There's no way around it if you really want to tap into that frequency. So, I'm right here. It's just crazy the difference that it makes when you really fall in love with yourself and take care of yourself as the most important project in your life, because that's what you are.
No, that's right. That's beautiful. And so, what is the best part? What is the most thing that you like about what you do?
So, I mean, for me, it's like seeing the difference in the person. Like as soon, I mean, I do a lot of energy work aside from the programming and stuff. I combine everything. Um, I work with angels, with spirits of lights. I believe in God because a lot of people think that, oh, that's not, it's witchcraft and stuff. And we're just working with the elements, alchemy. Like this is nothing new. This is what our ancestors, masonries, is that how you say
The missionaries?
no, the masons? Is that what, los masones?
Yeah, you can call them like that.
I don't know. But it's information that it's been there forever and we have forgotten it. So I don't believe that it's about learning new things. It's about unlearning what we've been taught and really tapping into the reality, which is taking care of yourself.
It's so simple. Just like look at your phone and you see the capacity. Okay, if your phone capacity it's up to like, okay, you have no more capacity. You can't take more pictures, can't get more documents, right? So you need to get out of the space. You need to throw everything away why it doesn't work for you, what you're not using, so you can get capacity and now put new information in it. So you were talking about God, right? And what do you think about that? Because here's the thing. I believe that we all have one God. People call it Allah, people call it God, people can call it whatever. But at the end of the day, it's one. And so what I believe is this God thing, I still believe in God, but I believe that religion is what trying to separate us. Like why are they trying to do that? Like,
Okay, to me, religion is they put you in a little box where if you think differently, there's a problem with you. And they instill this fear in you that if you do this, God is going to punish you in this. And that's not God. God is energy of love. God is everywhere. God is right here. Us having a conversation and speaking about positive things. And I believe that relationship is so personal that's why I don't like religion. It's not that I don't like, the stories of religion. I don't like how they portray God as somebody that's gonna put you in this little box and you have to do this and you have. Life is to be experienced in whole. Like you have to learn from your mistakes. You are a different person. You are different than me. I have a different perspective than you. So, spiritual. That's why I love spirituality because it's like you get to choose what works for you, what like that. It's energy. I believe everything is energy, and I think we all have that compass. Whatever feels good for you, do more of that, and whatever doesn't feel good, whether that's conversations, whether that's TV, whether that's radio, whether that's relationships, follow your gut. We have a compass. We have an inner compass, and that tells us like, if we should do this or we should do that. But when you're in a religion, they just put this fear and then people, they don't even want to believe in God. When to me, I believe in metaphysics. That's what I follow, which is using the power of God and prayers, but using also the scientific part of why do you want to speak abundant things? Why do you want to speak positive things? Because you want to be in that frequency. Correct. So you connect everything, but that relationship with God should be personal. Nobody should tell you how to pray, how to speak to him. Like, correct. It's not, that's something super personal. Yeah, correct. So religion keeps you in a box and spirituality opens you up to, I guess, the reality of everything or whatever you choose to believe.
Well, I have my own religion and I call it consciousness.
Okay, yeah.
Because I believe like you need to be conscious of everything you do. Whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. If you put it positive, you're going to get out positive. Exactly. And so having conversation with religious people, they're going to be like, no, all you got to do is accept Christ. Doesn't matter what you do. You just got to keep doing you and you accept Christ. You're good, man.
That's it. So they do all of the things that you shouldn't do all week. And then on Sunday, I love God.
And so it
makes no sense.
Yes, there's no alignment. There's no love for God or for yourself, because you're not keeping it real with yourself. So right now, for example, I'm on a mission where I'm delivering the truth and empowering people. That's all I want to do. Amen. Right? Yeah. And so I think when you speak the truth, you stay in this high frequency that we're talking about. You're transparent. So
Yeah.
it's fear or transparency or something like that.
Transparency.
Yeah. So staying in these high frequencies is everything. It's how you attract everything that you're thinking about. If you're thinking about a crash, you're gonna attract it.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about money, you're gonna attract money. So anything that you're thinking about,
Yep.
that's how powerful the mind is, and that's what I preach in my book. And the mind. Now, what else? Do you have like a treatment center or?
No, so I am doing online
Okay.
one-on-one coaching, and I do work with clients
Like one-on-one
as well. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
do one-on-one, and then now I'm starting to get into the group coaching. I'm actually building, a digital product, which is going to be a 7-day course where they're going to be able to follow this course every day and do little things, because people think that it's like all this work, and it's just,
no.
I mean, literally the first thing you do when you wake up and the last thing you do before you go to bed, that's going to dictate the type of dreams that you have, the type of day that you have. So it's just being conscious, like you said. If you eat that burger, how are you going to feel after, especially after this time? So be conscious. Do you want to feel bad? So what I believe that people are everything is energy. And we are like, we're like little cups. So if you're speaking to someone or you're watching these movies where everything is dark, or kids are dying, or this or whatever, you're gonna attract that. And if you don't change that reality, that's what your reality it's gonna be. So that's why you have to be conscious about everything. You have to be intentional with everything you do.
Correct.
Everything.
And so with these programs, you're gonna start having like tiers, right? So it's gonna be like done for you, do it yourself, 101.
Yes. We're gonna do the course that's coming out the 27th of this month, and then we have the one-on-one coaching. I have programs where it's like a 3-month program, a 2-month program, depending on what the person wants and how deep they want to take it. Because this is shadow work. This is dealing, like sitting with your own basically.
Yes.
And it's uncomfortable. It's always going to be easy to take the easiest route and be like, oh no, I don't want to wake up early. No, I don't want to go to the gym. No, I don't want to read.
But there's no changes. Your reality is going to be the same.
Exactly. You're going to stay in the same spot. So if you want results, you have to try different things and you have to take action.
And so you said something about like small steps, right? Like in the morning and night.
Yeah.
That's something that I preach. I think people should focus only on the 1% every single day. That's something that you can control.
Steps. Yeah.
And also, okay, why would you try to change yourself completely in a day if you might not feel like it tomorrow? Like you go so hard today because you feel motivation. But I don't feel like motivation. Motivation for me is like a diet.
Yeah.
Okay, I will start on Monday. Okay, and then the weekend, it's all over.
Yeah.
It's a life though. You need to embrace every single thing. So starting like little by little.
Yes.
That's what you mean? Like you step by
Little
step.
steps, because I believe that we all go in seasons. We go with the moon. Sometimes she's full, and she's full of emotions, and we're feeling low, and we need to just be still and get all that info that we're getting, those downloads that we're getting. And some days you're action motivated, and then it's like go, but then some days you want to rest because you also so you have to go with how you're feeling.
Okay, now we're talking about that because I'm going through those things, right? Just like you said, have different projects. I don't sleep. Sometimes I don't even eat, and I do it with intention. Where okay, I'm gonna fast because I have so much shit to do, and I have my clear mind. I have more energy. Like I don't mind doing it. But also sometimes I feel like burnout. I feel like, damn, like I need a rest.
That's
but
why you gotta find that balance, because some days it's like the seasons. The same goes for us. Some days, it's summer and the sun is out and we're feeling great, but then winter comes and you're feeling tired. You want to sleep. Like today,
today it was raining so bad and I had so much shit to do, and I was just like, I just want to sleep.
But we still, some days you push through that because some responsibilities.
Yes.
I mean, but really, I feel like being successful means waking up on your time, having time to have that coffee or read that book, doing things on your time enough, that freedom. Because we're so, we want to do everything.
Especially here.
Especially here.
Everything moves so fast.
You're always, and then if you're resting, then you feel like you're not worthy. Oh, why am not? Oh my God, you have to, I mean, you're not a machine.
Yeah.
You have to rest. There's times to take action, and there's times to, what's that word that I'm looking for?
Like reload,
Yeah, like
charge,
kind of,
ground yourself.
yeah, all of those. There's a word that, but you have to integrate everything that you're learning, because when do you integrate all the information that you're getting?
Yeah.
You have to be still. You have to be in silence. That's what meditation is about. You have to be still to get the downloads, and then see the information, see what works, what doesn't. Take time to reset. And then when you're feeling that, okay, I'm ready to go, then take action.
By the way, this that she's mentioning is about sitting with yourself. No phone, no girlfriend, no friends, no radio, no music. Like it's silence mode. It's time to listen to your thoughts, listen to your mind and tap in, because we're always escaping these thoughts or whatever it's going on. It could be bad, it could be good, it could be a project, goals.
Instant gratification.
Yes, we just go so easy by, okay, Instagram.
I feel good right
Yes,
now.
yes.
So let me find. I'm
Yeah.
feeling sad. I'm gonna go out. You gotta live. You
Yes.
gotta feel whatever you're feeling and process it. Because if you continuously look for outside distractions, you're never gonna listen to yourself and see what is it that you want and what you don't want. A lot of people are going by what society wants, but the parents want. But what is it that you want? What is it that you like? What works for you? What really brings out that passion, that fire? Because that's what's going to give you that financial freedom.
Yeah, correct.
Not working for others, doing what you love and monetizing it.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Because okay, you could work in a corporate job, right, where you're making a lot of money, but they own your time. Maybe you're not happy. Whatever it is, instead of you finding yourself, okay, what am I good at? Why do I really want to do for the rest of my life? What do I enjoy? More of like you're having your own lifestyle. And yes, sometimes it gets stressing. Sometimes it's annoying to be an entrepreneur. You have bad times. But once you're tapping and you wake up with that purpose, that drive, doesn't matter what you have to do because you enjoy it. It's yours. It's your time. You own your own schedule.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it, because you said success is freedom.
Yeah.
And so for me, this whole life that we're living, it's a game. Just like that's what that's what I wrote in the book. It's a game.
Okay.
And so these levels that we have is that freedom. So when I started, I was looking for that freedom of money. I didn't have enough money to like buy certain stuff, so I was looking for that freedom of money. Then once I was working a lot, I was like self-entrepreneur. I was like, damn, now I need the freedom of time.
Yeah.
And so, okay, then I got the employees. I started to like level up, whatever. Now I was like, okay, now I want the freedom of location. I want to be wherever I want to be. And so for me, it's just like a game. You start to unlock different levels.
That's exactly how it is. And in this life, we have this thought that you can only do one thing, and you can do whatever you want. Yes. Possibilities are endless. You can have 5 passions and enjoy and make money out of those 5 passions, because you can do whatever you want.
Correct.
It's a game. Limitless. Yeah, limitless. We're limitless. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if we believe it, though, just like the Matrix.
Correct.
Until he really believed that he could do all those things, it's when he started doing them. But it's the mind. Everything starts right here.
Correct. It's a mind game.
It's a mind game for sure. Yep.
Wow, this was really an interesting conversation. So we definitely need to shop it up in Spanish.
Yes.
If you could tell the audience, somebody that wants to start doing this that you're doing, right? This path, what would you tell them? How to start? This little step that they need to do.
I think taking some time to be by yourself.
Okay.
You need to disconnect from everything and everyone. Because you have to silence everything out to really hear out what's going on inside.
Got it.
You have to tap into your feelings and see and really let those emotions sit. You sit with those emotions and see where they're coming from and really get to know yourself and show up for yourself.
And questioning, right? Like questioning those things.
Of course.
Why do I feel like this?
Why do I feel like this? Where is this coming from? And in introspection, that's what it's called. A lot of introspection. We have to learn how to be alone in order for us to really be great in other relationships. It all starts with you. Until you love yourself, you cannot love anybody else.
Correct.
And I believe that everything is about humankind. It's not about, oh, I want money because I want to buy this and this and that. It's about how can I make money to have the life that I want and deserve, but also share it with the humans that are also in that frequency and that need that help, and we can benefit from.
It's a flow of energy.
It's a flow.
Yeah,
of energy.
correct.
You have to share it. Your mission has to be for the greater good of humankind.
Correct.
That's not just for yourself. And I believe that until you really know yourself, until you really tap into what's going on here, and not go out drinking when you're feeling sad or stressed, really sit with that emotion and see where it's coming from. That's where you get a lot of that information. Everything we need is inside of us.
Facts.
We just have to tap into it and get to know who you are.
Oh, wow. Well, guys, that was a lot of value for you. Just so, if you could share where they can find you on Instagram, YouTube, wherever.
Yes. So, at Levy Diana on Instagram, and then YouTube is Mind, Body, Soul with Diana Levy. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and comment.